Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and today we got some breaking news, for the Colorado Avalanche. So, if you saw my video yesterday, you would have known that we had 9 forwards available for this upcoming road trip, and that was going to be a tough road trip, just with the way things were set up, with McKinnon out, Nichushkin out, all of these other things, actually, I just got some news, and this could be not true, that Nathan McKinnon is currently en route to meet up with the team in DC. So if Nathan McKinnon could make it to DC, that would be huge. I don't have him in here because A, this news just came out, and B, I don't necessarily know that it's true. It could be, it could not be. It comes from a source that is unknown. Currently that I found out, so I'm just not going to include it. But if you do want to know my full lineup predictions and preview of the game and then predictions of each game for this road trip, go check out my last video because that's going to be covered in there. But I'm just going to go over the line changes that were made today with the recent roster moves. And yeah, let's jump into this. As always, I want to remind you that Jesus is King. I pray that you give your life to Him. He's got a plan and a purpose for you. And if you believe He died on the cross for your sins and rose from the dead 3 days later and you're covered by His blood, you will go to heaven and spend eternity with God, with Jesus, with everyone who's a Christian. You just have to believe that Jesus died on the cross for your sins. And I hope to see you in heaven. And with that being said, let's jump into this. So, the roster moves. We sent Dylan Secura down to the Colorado Eagles, which I think is a fair move. You know, Dylan Secura still needs to develop a little bit. You know, kind of that borderline AHL, NHL player. He can be called up if he's needed, but most of the time will be spent down in the AHL. We called up 2018 first-round pick Martin Kaut to the active roster, and we called up Mikhail Maltsev to the active roster, who we obviously got when we traded Ryan Graves to the New Jersey Devils. Now, I expected Maltsev to make the team initially, so I'm not surprised that Maltsev's getting called up. And then our 2018 first-round pick, Martin Kaut, it is time for him to make his jump to the NHL and stay here for a while, I do personally believe. So, with Nichushkin out, this is a perfect opportunity for him to get his shot. So I'm not really surprised by this at all. So the forwards available, again, I'm not including Nathan McKinnon because he could make the trip and meet up with the team and start his season on the road trip. But like I said, I don't have a reliable source for that, so I'm just not going to include it. So we'll see what happens with the McKinnon situation, but here are the forwards we now have available with the recent moves. We have Mikko Rantanen, Gabriel Landeskog for the 2 games against the Florida Panthers and the Tampa Bay Lightning. Remember, he is out Tuesday against the Capitals because of his hit on Kirby Dach, so he will be finishing that suspension Tuesday against the Capitals, and then he'll be back with the team. And we got Nazem Kadri, Andre Burakovsky, JT Compher, Sampo Ranta, Tyson Jost, Mikhail Maltsev, Martin Kaut, Jason Magna, and Darren Helm as the available forwards. Again, if you want to go see over the defensive pairing and the goalies and the Capitals, Lightning, and Panthers lineups, defense, and goaltenders, and my predictions and preview for each game, go check out my last video. But this is just, like I said before, the adjusted lineups. So our lineups versus the Capitals tomorrow, Tuesday. The first line is going to be Kadri as the center, and then Andre Burakovsky and Mikko Rantanen as the wingers. JT Compher as the center, Tyson Jost as a winger, and Sampo Ranta. Then we got Mikhail Maltsev as a center, Martin Kaut as a winger, and Darren Helm. And then Jason Magna as that rotational piece to help switch and mix up the lines and just do as many combinations as possible and however Jared Bednar sees fit. Then our lineup against the Panthers, it will have the captain back. It will be Gabriel Landeskog and Mikko Rantanen with Nazem Kadri as the center. Again, if McKinnon's fine, McKinnon will obviously be centering that line, and it will be bumping a bunch of people down. And then the second line is JT Compher, Andre Burakovsky, Burakovsky, and Sampo Ranta as the second line. Mikhail Maltsev, Tyson Jost, and Martin Kaut on the third line. And then Jason Magna and Darren Helm will be the two rotational pieces. Maybe that will be the fourth line, and then Comfer is the center for the fourth line shift, and then the next time the fourth line's out there, Maltsev might be the center. So it might be a little bit of switching. One center will have to double shift with this line. Maybe it's Kadri, maybe it's Comfer, maybe it's Maltsev, but we'll see. And then I also have the same lineup versus the Lightning. Again, hopefully McKinnon could be back if he's actually on his way to meet up with the team in D.C. Maybe he can play one of these games in Florida before we head home to play the Vegas Golden Knights. We will see. But yeah, I just wanted to update you guys on the lineup changes in case you have not seen them. And this is what I expect the lines to be for these 3 games, assuming no injuries happen and assuming no one else gets COVID or no one else comes back. And again, like I said before, this is the third time saying it, but if you want to see what defensive pairing I have against the Capitals, Lightning, and Panthers, go check my last video out. Same with the goaltenders, same with our opponents' lines, defense, and goaltenders. And then I also have Devon Taves when I think he's going to be back. So yeah, make sure you check out that video. And as always, thank you so much for the support. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.